she's our family and she's not there. And I can't.
It's going to be
Sorry.
very hard without
I
her.
can't.
Missing her smile.
Yeah.
She's always smiling.
And she's so beautiful. And that's all I've got to think of her. It's beautiful.
And I still remember when I
Yeah.
was a little girl.
Yeah.
I was about 8 years old when
Yeah.
she came to Malta after the coronation.
Yeah.
And we kids, we had to practice a song for her.
Yeah.
I can never forget
She's
it.
an extraordinary person, she was.
Yeah.
And she'll always be there.
Oh yes,
She'll always be there.
And I find it very sad, and I can't get up to London this weekend, but my family had taken me up to Windsor Castle to see the flowers and that, because that's a royal borough, and I'm looking forward to that.
I never met her, but I was on the Mall on the coronation. I was at the back of the crowds with a kaleidoscope, and then I was pushed forward to the front and by the curb and watched her go by there. It's a sad loss to us and the world. She's a great lady.
She is a very nice lady. Everybody respect to her.
I haven't actually met her myself, but my family have met her, and they've always said that she's such an incredible, inspirational woman. The fact that she was our queen for so long just says it all, really. She was down to earth, very pleasant. My son was in the army, so he met her on many, many occasions. And you know what? All you can say is that he actually served for the queen, and he's so proud of that fact.
I'm sorry to say that Queen Elizabeth is passed away and rest in the peace in heaven.
She was a lovely lady.
And
That she ruled the whole world, and I never see like this the kind lady.
She's
She
very
was so good.
whole world, everyone's missing her.
Yeah, and we're missing it. We're missing her too.
Everybody miss her.
She's a pretty,
Nice lady.
lovely, good lady, kind lady. She was the best.
Yeah, well, I'd just like to say I'm very sad to hear about Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II passing away, and she was the longest reigning monarch in history, and I send my severe condolences to the royal family, and I really feel for them, so yeah, I do.
I live nearby Windsor. When you lose somebody like her, it's a big loss. Though I have never met her, but we hear a lot about all the charities she does and everything she does about the good cause for the people. It's really commendable.
Came in this country in 1964, and since that time, I'm so happy in this one. She helped a lot to the country, and she worked hard and very nice. I mean, everybody is happy.
I was very upset when I first heard about the Queen. I was brought up in Uganda and I was born in Uganda, and we grew up with the British Raj. And every morning my dad used to talk to us and give us the news about the Queen. So I have very fond memories of the Queen. I met her in 2002 in the Gurdwara, and it was amazing. She was so sweet. And I have a picture taken with her as well. I just can't say the feeling you have. She has got a charisma. She had lovely way of talking to people, and her smile was very enticing. And whether she listened to people or not, but she showed a main interest in people's welfare. Queen has been one of the people that has and will leave a mark on everyone in UK and across the world.
Just about the Queen, it's brought a lot of emotion up for me. Even though I'm an Irish citizen, I feel like, I've lived in this country now for 30 years. She's been such a strong, stoic, resilient example of a person who's just calmly over the years managed so much adversity.
I feel terribly, terribly sad, very, very sad. I mean, I know I'm not English, but it's been with me for 50 years, and it's a wonderful, wonderful lady. And really, I feel quite moved. Really, it's really very sad to lose a lady just like that. She was wonderful. She was so with people. She was, I can't describe how. She was really beautiful, lovely lady, very understandable. She done a lot for this country and for the Commonwealth and for everybody, really. I mean, wonderful person. That's all really I can say. And it's very, very moving. And I'm going at the Buckingham Palace later on. And I'm going to stay there. And I'm going to see the coffin go by. That's it.
So I went to Green Park the other day to see the floral tributes. And yeah, I think it's just a sentiment to how, people actually feel about the Queen, and she clearly meant a lot to many people. So yeah, I think. Yeah.
I mean, I'll be real, I didn't really get to know the Queen like that. Big her up though, but because I didn't make that connection with her, I have to tell everyone to charge it, because it's just how life goes. Yin and yang. You got the good and the bad. She lived a good life though. 96 is a mad age. I don't think a lot of people make it to that age.
Yeah, that's true.
So she lived a proper lifetime. So yeah, shout out to the family. Big up King Charles as well.
Yeah.
No longer chasing the Lizzie.
I think it'll be exciting to see what Charles does differently to how the Queen reigned as monarch.
Well, I think it was nice to have a strong female leader of the country, and I feel a bit sad that there's no longer her place as a female.
I remember her Diamond Jubilee at school, because we used to get like bugs and with the Diamond Jubilee on, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a queen, wasn't she? She was a queen.
No, I think obviously our entire lives, the Queen has been the figurehead of our country, so it'll be interesting to see how the dynamic changes with obviously now a male leader of our country, but also how the public reacts to it. I think a lot of people, including my family, the Queen was very dear to our hearts. So it's sad to see her go, but I'm looking forward to the next step.
I think it's hit a lot of people quite hard actually, because I was only on the bus yesterday, and I think down the A40 or something, there was loads of people lined up watching her like in the car go past, and so it's hit a lot of people quite hard.
I can't say I met her, but all my career was in the British Museum, and she came there on one of her visits. She used to go around places like that, and I got to see her. Not that I was involved in the party, I was just there, it's where I worked. But I think she's done a stalwart job when you think how long she's been there. And of course I'm old enough to remember her father, being very ancient myself, and I think she's done a wonderful job, and she'll be a hard act to follow.